everyone have a prayer book while we're getting settled? If you're not, how many of you is your first time in the synagogue? Okay. The prayer book opens the opposite direction. Any Hebrew we're going to be doing, or Eli will be leading, will be transliterated. When he reads from the Torah, unfortunately, because we're in the transition, we don't have the book for you. But you'll just have to focus in on Eli while he's reading. Bathrooms are out there. And we're going to take you through. It's going to be a great experience because we have a great leader over here. Eli is going to lead the way. We're going to get started in just a minute. And it's okay to talk. So how are we doing? Good? Shabbat Shalom!
Shabbat Shalom.
The first trick here is if you learn these words, you will be ready for Eli. You see how tall I am? Because it's in preparation for Eli. So if you've never been to synagogue, I saw a couple of you haven't, and those of you joining from afar, if you just say Shabbat Shalom, good Sabbath, it'll work. Everyone will think you live here, you've been here every day of your life. So let's try that again. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Excellent. They're all ready for Eli. We are using the Mishkan Tefillah Reform Prayer books here, and we will be taking you all the way through it today. For those of you coming up, you might notice we have a brand new carpet here, and you are on banquet chairs. We're in a bit of a transition in our synagogue as we move from our red carpeting to our blue carpeting. And luckily, Eli picked out his blue suit so he would match. This is Cantor Frank, Rabbi Alex, and Joanne Marcusy, and Kirsty Henry was helping with, Joanne's our executive director, and Kirsty was helping with welcoming. So if you have any questions or you need anything, exit doors over there. I think that we're good to start. We're actually going to start in the Psalms on page 128. How wonderful it is for siblings, people, friends to be together, especially at these times. Again, page 128.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Manahim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
We invite Eli up to the bima, and we invite you to turn to page 288. 288 at the top.
May my life be one link, a chain of goodness as I say the prayers of my ancestors. Help me to recall their devotion and faithfulness, their joy and suffering, which are in every word. Holiness is my heritage. May I be worthy of it. May our tradition live in me and pass from me to generations I shall never know. Enriched by the truth that I have found and the good deeds that I have done, so may I fulfill my task on earth and receive my blessing. And when the service ends and the prayers have ceased, help me to bring their spirit into the world in which I live. May I love God above all and my neighbor as myself, and be a living witness to the truth that never changes. Mose ani lefanecha, melechai v'chayam, shechezarta bishmati bechemla, bechemla, Rabba emunatecha, Rabba emunatecha.
We now present Eli with his talit, his prayer shawl. And I'd like to bring up Ben and Jen Steinhurst. I think it's uncle and aunt, is that right? To present this beautiful talis. And before they even present it, Eli, show off your wonderful kippah there.
It actually goes with
It goes
the
with
talis.
it. So we're going to have you come back over here. A talit, or a prayer shawl, is a sign of Jewish adulthood. And Eli receives this as he officially becomes a Jewish adult today. He's going to recite the blessing on 289 at the bottom, which is the customary. And afterwards, because this is his first time, he's going to recite the blessing for new things as well. Is there anything particular about it?
It loved it, and it was orange, and we had to get it.
Is orange your favorite color?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so we can put it on his back
Okay, there you go, bud.
and just put your arms around it.
There you go, like that, yeah. Got it?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahitatev b'tzitzit.
Amen. Bless you, God, King of the universe, who sanctifies us through your commandments and commands us to wear the fringed garment. And we turn to page 648 for the blessing for new things.
Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu v'kivanu lahidyanu lazman hazeh.
Amen. Blessed you, God, who brings us life, allows us to be present here and arrive at this very moment, and we say, Amen. So if you want, you can hug. If not,
Yeah.
it depends whether you
Thanks.
want to.
Good job, bud.
I love orange. I think actually that might be my first orange. Have you ever seen an orange talit before?
Nope,
I think that's my first.
I'm
I
pretty
love
sure.
it.
I would remember that.
And now we go to page 360.
Okay, so we're going to, well, before we do 360, we're going to invite everyone to rise. And we'll turn to page 344. We're going to have an opportunity for our own private thoughts and prayers until page 360. So take a few minutes just for your own thoughts, and whenever you're ready, you may be seated. We can come back over here. You can leave that here. Perfect. We continue on page 360 with our prayer for peace.
Oseh shalom Himbrama, Uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imeru, amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yam kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yam kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yam kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu v'yam kol Yisrael.
We now move into our Torah service. We invite you to turn to page 366. We're going to need some helpers up here. First, we have our first set of ark openers, Matthew and Ava Romeo. So just stand on either side. And then what's going to be happening is we're actually going to be passing the Torah down from generation to generation. We believe the Torah came thousands of years ago, has been handed down from each generation of Eli's family to him today. And we are going to need here Susan, I guess grandmother, right? Come on up. And we're going to need proud parents, Sarah and Mike Coutou. As you're coming up, if you need help, there is a railing over here. If not, just come straight over. What's going to be happening is once the ark is open, we're all going to rise. We're going to bring the Torah physically over to Eli. Eli is going to recite responsibly the prayers on 366. And then we're going to bring the Torah out into the congregation. As the Torah comes out, you can either take your prayer book, your prayer shawl, or your hand and just touch the Torah to kiss it as a sign of respect. And just don't trip any of the carriers up. Then we also are going to need our Torah undressers at the end. Where's Daniel and Josh? Are you over here? Okay, so as we kind of come into the middle over here, we'll have you come over and I'll show you what to do. Okay, I think that we are set. So we're going to have our ark openers open the ark and we're going to have everyone rise. So just take either side there. Perfect. The Torah that I hold in my hands right now has been passed down from Moses on Mount Sinai through the prophets and through the generations and will be received by Eli today as part of his bar mitzvah. We're going to pass this down physically through his family, and as we do, we'll sing L'dor Vador, which means from generation to generation.
L'dor vador, l'dor vador, l'dor vador nagin kot lecha, l'dor vador, l'dor vador, l'dor vador nagin kot lecha, u'letzach netzachim kedushatecha nakdish, kedushatecha nakdish, v'shivchacha Eloheinu mibin olamot le'olam.
Page 366 of responsibly.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonai Shemo.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo.
Gadlul Adonai iti, uneromema, Shemo Yakdav.
Lecha Adonai HaGetura VaGevura VaTiferet VaNetzach VaHakol Ki kol b'shamayim u'aretz Ki kol b'shamayim u'aretz Lecha Adonai HaMamlaka VaMinaseh Lekol Levosh Ramemu Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Ve'ishtachavu V'har kodsho Ramemu Ramemu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'ishtachavu Ve'ishtachavu V'har kodsho Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama Lo yiseh goy el goy keren Lo yimedu od milkama
So now that you've come up here to read from the Torah, I think I should give you a hand, but I'm not going to just give you one hand. I'm going to give you three hands. We have the yad, the hand that we use. This is our synagogue's yad. Then hold up that beautiful yad. That was presented by our religious school director, Einav Simons. It's an Israeli from Jerusalem yad. And we have another yad for you, another hand from the synagogue that Joanne picked out. Would you like to see this one? You're going to have the most yads we've ever had. Oh my God, she got orange. Look at that. I think Joanne knew. You must have told. Probably your mom told. So you have your choice. You could actually read from the Torah. Each time he has three different aliyot. He can actually read with three different yads. That has never happened. He's going to do it. Yes. It's more than I could ever have conceived. I'm so happy. Okay. We're going to need another helper. We have Harvey Horowitz over here. Harvey, just be careful over there. Just make sure it's Harvey served as Eli's a tutor for his bar mitzvah, and a longtime friend of the family too, and helped Eli learn the Torah reading that he's doing for today. And he's serving as the gabbai. The gabbai, the easiest way to describe the gabbai is in gymnastics, there's a spotter. Okay, you might think, well, where's the mat? But this is really death-defying what he's doing, because he has to be able to read in a language that he's not familiar with, melody that he's not familiar with. It took a lot of work, right?
Yeah, well, now that I've worked on it for a long time, I'm not used to this.
Exactly. So he needs a little helper. The role of gabbai is always present anytime we read Torah. So this isn't unusual for you. You're just lucky to have your tutor here with you, because that even makes it better.
I'm lucky to be here.
Oh, he said he's lucky to be here with you. Okay. We are going to bring up a number of different people. One is already here. We have, for the first Aliyah, we're going to bring up Zoe, his sister, Tamod, proud sister, Laliyah, Rishona, and we're reading from Shoftim. You want to just take your towels, touch the area. Would you rather use the book? We also have this. Just use your hand.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Sorry, do you want to hold the Torah
Amen. Shoftim v'shoftarim tita lecha b'chol she'arecha asher Adonai Elohecha notze lecha lishvatacha v'sheftu et ha'am mishpat tzedek lo tatzeh mishpat lo takir panim velo tikach shochad ki ha-shochad hi'aver einei chachamim v'salef divrei tzadikim. Sedek, sedek tirdof lema antikye verashta et haaretz asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Now we call up the proud parents, Sarah and Michael, Laliyah Hasheni Yamdu. Proud parents, Laliyah Hasheni. I know you need to get a different yad, right? Which one are you going to choose? Well, show everyone which one you're choosing.
This is so cool.
That's our synagogue.
You can go with 6, 7, 8.
Eli's going to.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher barucha banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
azelach, velo tachim lecha mateva, asher sanei Adonai Elohecha, lo tizbach l'Adonai Elohecha, shor baseh, asher ye'avo kol davar ra, ki to'avat Adonai Elohecha hu.
Baruch hu atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
For the third aliyah, we have, show which yad you're going to do. Your new yad from the synagogue. Show that one. Hold that one up, okay?
Matches.
This yad, this time we're going to call up Eli to do the blessing. And as this is his first time doing this officially as a Jewish adult, we're going to invite everyone to rise, and we're going to give him some help and support. So we're going to make a fist like this. And we're gonna, this is a little bit hard, it's a guttural word, so, everyone go. Okay. Chazak, it's gonna be chazak. All right, try it right.
Chazak.
All right, Harvey's gonna call him up by his Hebrew name, and then we're gonna,
It's just my name translated in Hebrew.
okay, perfect. Well, your name is Hebrew. That would be really confusing, because your name was originally Hebrew.
My English letters. I never had it in English.
I know, but you didn't even know that, but your name is originally Hebrew. So actually, it was your actual name is transliterated, I think.
We talked about that, and he agreed. He could be called up as a
Perfect, okay, here we go.
Ya'amod, 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 Habachor Bar Mitzvah, Eli ben Michael Vesara, La'aliyah HaShalishit.
Chazak. But take your towels.
Just the
first.
Torah.
So take your towels and touch the Torah.
Baruch et Adonai HaMavorach.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMavorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Ki matzeh b'kirbecha be'achad she'arecha, asher Adonai Elohecha noten lach ish o isha, asher ya'aseh et hara be'enei Adonai Elohecha la'avor berito. Vayelech vaya'avod Elohim acherim ve'yishtachu lahem belashemesh o layareya Om L'chol Seva Hashamayim Asher Lo Tziviti Vehugad Lecha Veshamata V'darashta Etev Vehine Emet Nachon Hadavar Na'esta HaToeva Azot Be'Yisrael.
Take your tongues and touch and kiss.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tolchenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Mishe Be'erak Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Yimotenu Sarah Rachel B'Leah. May the Holy One have blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless Eli of Eli, who is risen today in honor of Torah, in honor of Shabbat, in honor of his bar mitzvah. May he have many opportunities to celebrate with his family in the near and the far future, and may be granted health and happiness and love and protection and everything that a human being needs in moving forward in your life. And we say, Amen. Well done. All right, we need our Torah lifter, Ryan. I saw Ryan there. Ryan. And we need our Torah dressers, Barbara and Leah. Yamod Hagbad Tamdu Glila.
Besot Torah Asher Moshe Lifnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Yad Moshe Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Al Shlosha Devarim Ha'olam Omed Al Torah Ve'al Ha'avodah Ve'al Gemilut Hasadim Al Torah Ve'al Ha'avodah Ve'al Gemilut Hasadim.
And we're going to put our Torah away with singing It's a Tree of Life. Get yourself set up. And we're going to need also Ruth and Barbie Steinhurst.
Page 374 on the bottom.
Thank you.
It is the tree of life, do those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are
Happy it is the tree of life, do those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Ba-da-da-da. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom. It is the tree of life to those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is the tree of life to those that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Ba-da-da-da. Shalom. slow down here. So,
We're going to hear some words of wisdom about his Torah portion and his life from Eli.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. That was your cue.
My Torah portion is Shoftim. It is the 5th book of the Torah, Deuteronomy. My Torah reading is about law and justice. It contains one of the most famous lines in the Torah. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof. Justice, justice shall you pursue. The Torah is not telling us you will have justice, only that you should try to have justice. Justice is an important topic in my family because my father is an attorney. Also, I have been part of Boy Scouts for 8 years. Every time we meet, we say the Scout Law. All Scouts are invited to join me in saying the Scout Law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. A couple of points of the Scout Law that are linked to my Torah portion are kind, courteous, and trustworthy. I want you to walk out of here thinking about how this would change your life. So for me, what has changed is to try to take a breath and think if my action is safe and just before doing it. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Cantor Frank, Mr. Harvey, Rabbi Alex, Joanne, my mom and dad, my brother and sister, Enoch Simmons, my grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousin Ruth for traveling to celebrate with me. Thank you all for being here today.
We don't usually clap here, but if you want to go ahead. We're going to bring up Mike and Sarah to say a few words to Eli.
All right. Well, Eli, we are very proud of you for everything that you have accomplished so far. It's terrific, and hearing you read your Torah portion today was very exciting for Mom and Dad and everyone who got to come here and join us today who have known you for a long time. But there are a couple things and a couple stories I want to tell about you, Eli, okay? And they're going to be short stories, but they're going to be stories, okay? There are two things that most, I think, help us think a lot about Eli and what he brings to any room. And the first is his attitude that he has when he's around others and the feeling you get when Eli walks in. And we want that to never change as he continues to grow and move on, right? And one particular story like that is on Grand Island, where he is growing up. The first school you go to in kindergarten has kindergarten in first grade. And Eli, based on how he would handle himself around the school and his willingness to talk to anybody, and in fact, his need to talk to or at anybody, would lead him to become known as the mayor of Sidway. So we want that for you as you grow forward, okay? Keep behaving that way. Your openness to connect to others is terrific. The second story is similar, but it brings us back to a little bit of what was said here last night too. And it's Eli's attitude and how he reacts to things with more of a sense of adventure rather than worrying about things that might be obstacles. And one thing that we have over the years, this really started more with Mom, with Sarah, posting what became known as Eli-isms, right? And these are things that Eli would do, and it might happen on a daily basis. It did for a while, right? And maybe...
Or say.
More say, right? It's more what you say and how you say it. But a lot of it shows just a true optimism. A complete glass is not really half full, it's basically all the way full, right? It's dripping over and spilling everywhere, okay? And a fairly recent example of that, Eli was doing some testing at Strong to find out, we're doing some research to figure out if maybe we can get him some more help that he needs and help him best as he continues to grow, is to determine if he has autism. And he did not necessarily know why he was there when he first walked in. And he asked his mom what was going on and asked if that's what was happening. And when he learned that he was being tested for autism, his reaction wasn't concern, wasn't worried for himself, wasn't anything like that. What was it, Okay. Shyness is no. But what it was, great, I will be like Logan, my friend, right? And it's that connection that we like seeing in you, and it's so natural, it's not pre-thought, it's just who he is. So, with that, Mom and I are so proud of you. Keep doing what you are doing, keep growing, keep advancing, keep connecting to people. Okay, kiddo?
And by the end of that appointment, it was determined that I actually did have autism.
True. True. All right. We love you very much, kid. Can I have a hug? Thank you.
Eli, you basically finished everything. You're almost there at the finish line. How does that feel?
Good.
Yeah. Before services, we were sitting down over here and we were talking about how hard it can be to come up in front of everyone, even people you love. It can be hard. It's different than going as, I know what your dad is saying, when you're the mayor, because you're pretty, as Miss Simons will say as well, you're kind of the mayor of our religious school too, when you say but you said it takes a lot of courage. And you had a lot of courage today. I was thinking about this word courage because we all went chazak, right? We said chazak, and usually I say that means to give you strength. But I learned something today when Mr. Horowitz and I were studying from the book of Isaiah. They had the exact same thing. It said, Vayomru chazak. I said, Harvey, you're in the text. But it was translated not strength, it was translated courage. And I love that idea that we offer courage to one another. There is something, it's not just about strength, but when we're there, when you're going around school, our religious school, your regular school, and you're greeting people and you have such excited look in your face and you know everyone, I think it gives people courage. That you have an incredible strength in you. I've told you a number of times when we've been preparing how much courage you have. Not just to get up here today and read from the Torah, but you've had to go through a lot, even in the last couple of months, right?
Yeah. So at the end of July, beginning of August, I was in hospital because I was getting an NG feeding tube, which it's very uncomfortable to be put in. But I had the courage to just sit there without them having me any medicine to make it more comfortable. I didn't do that. I just sat there and let them do what they needed to do. And
that is, I think, there's not a lot of people that could do that. You are very lucky today. I understand that you have 30 days on and you kind of get a 1 day off, and it coincided. I know it must feel real good not to have that today, right?
Yeah.
But I also understand even going forward, now you have to do a lot more of that on your own too. And I think all of us, I don't know, is anyone, raise your hand if you think that's an easy thing to do. Yeah, no one thinks, that's pretty much, I've had grown adults, I mean, really grown adults, like, have to go to years of therapy to deal with that. That's quite a difficult thing that you've had to encounter. You've had a lot of tests in your life, but I remember you when you were a baby. You used to come here to our Tat Shabbats and to different events, and you know what? You haven't really changed. You had that bright enthusiasm. The only thing that's different is you're a little taller. But that energy that you brought and that sense that anyone who's around you feels so good to be around you. I heard even when Mr. Horowitz was up here how lucky he said he was to be at your bar mitzvah. I think that you have the ability to transform others. You might not realize that, but that's because of the koach, the strength that you have inside you. So as you go forward, I hope you know, look at all of the support you have in your family and your friends. Look at all the support you have from your community. You can do amazing things in your life despite the obstacles that you've been dealt. It should be no reason to hold you back from really having a transformative effect on everyone that you meet. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing you grow and learn, seeing the person that you're going to become. And I hope you know there's no problem that we can't solve together, that even for people with courage, you have times where you don't feel right. Come to us. We're there to support you. We believe in you. And we are incredibly excited collectively to see what you will become in the future. May you go forward from strength to strength, as we say. We have a number of gifts for you. We have a Kiddush cup. You don't need to open it, but this is a special cup that he can use on happy occasions. Wine or grape juice is a sign of happiness in our religion. And we present this from our synagogue to you on other happy occasions that you have with your family and with your friends. We also have a certificate to go to Israel. This is $250 certificate to go on a nifty trip. Now, if I told you the rest of the price, you would. This is a wonderful from the Reform movement to you. I also should let you know when you turn 18, you actually get a free $10,000 trip to Israel, including your siblings too. So I hope you'll take the Israeli government and different organizations here up on that. And we have a certificate here. This is a certificate from the synagogue that marks this occasion. It has your name, your parents' names, the Hebrew date, your Torah portion, and it is going to have your signature. So we're going to have you read from the document and then sign. So first read.
From the Bible.
Yeah, right.
In becoming a bar mitzvah, I affirm my place among the Jewish people. I am Jewish because 100 generations before me found purpose in their faith. I am a Jew because Judaism treasures love and kindness. I am a Jew because Judaism demands justice and compassion and truth.
And what did you say when we read that last line before services? Does it have a word in there that your Torah portion is about?
Yes, it does.
What does it say?
On the last line it says justice. Now, in my speech, I said that my Torah portion is about justice. But it's also mentioned a couple times in the Torah portion itself.
How cool that it's on your certificate too. I love that you noticed that. Okay, so here's your signature. Excellent. Look at that. You're lucky. Your name's pretty short when you put it together. Okay, so now we are ready. We're going to invite you down to your family. And we are going to invite our ark openers back up here, our second set of ark openers, Ruth and Barbie Steinhurst. As the ark is open, we're going to invite everyone to rise. And Eli, I want you to stand with your family. Maybe Zoe, you could go down with them too. And Ryan, if you'd like to join. We're going to put our hands on him if he lets you. And we're going to present, Cantor and I are going to offer you the priestly blessing. May God bless you and watch over you, Eli. Eli, may God shine God's light upon you and grant you comfort. May God lift God's face to you and grant you and all of us peace. And we say together, Amen. We're going to invite Eli back up here, and we're going to turn to page 586 in our prayer books for Aleinu. You can be by your sister.
Hallelujah, Shabbat, Ladon Hakol, Latet Gidula Yotze Bereshit, Shelo Asanu Kigoye Haratzot, Lo Sabanu Kemishpachot Adama, Shelo Samchakenu Kahem, V'kol B'leinu Kechol Hamonam, V'anachnu Koreim, U'mishtachavim U'modim, Livnei Melech Malkei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 591.
The name of Hayadonai, the Melech of Koretz, Vayohahu, Yadonai Echad, U'Shemo Echad.
You may be seated. We're going to turn to the Mourner's Kaddish on page 598. From Eli's family, we're remembering William and Hyman Steinhertz. If there's other names of people that have passed either recently or in distant past at this time, please just raise your hand if you'd like to say anyone's name. All those whose custom it is to rise, please join me on page 598. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'yalmad, Yivrach, Yiratei, V'yamlik, Malchutei, V'chayechon, V'yamachon, V'chayei, D'chol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav, V'yizman, Kariv, V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, Mevorach, Le'olam, U'mei Almayah. V'yitbarak, v'yishtabak, v'yitpahar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei dekudesha, b'rechu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiran b'alma v'yimru, amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world, and we say, amen. Zikronam levracha, may their memories be for a blessing. We're going to conclude tonight's service with Havdalah. Havdalah marks the end of Shabbat. It's a transitionary time that we're in the afternoon. One of the things that we know about it is Eli actually didn't read the Torah portion from this week. He read it for next week. And we read a little bit of next week's Torah portion, so we have a whole week to study and get ready and get excited for the week to come. But the bar mitzvah is a sign of transition in Eli's life. He's in between being a child and being an adult. I always say about the age 13, you can come up here, that it's much more of a window into his future than in his past. He's much closer to his actual adult life than he is to his child. And that's hard for us parents, right? But also a beautiful thing. And this is just one step. We get to witness this transitionary time. Havdalah makes it a little bit easier. What we do is we actually do the opposite of what we do on a Friday night. Instead of having 2 candles, we have a braided candle together. Instead of having the smell of the food, we have the spices. And we have the wine, just like we have on Friday night. So we're going to need some helpers. We need Sue, Peggy, and Emily to come up. The blessings are for Havdalah are on page 612 in your prayer books, and we're going to dim the lights once they get up here. Oh, Joanne's already doing it. And we're going to light our candle. Let's see, is it going to go? There we go. Come on. Why don't we stand up for that?
La 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 ben kodesh lechol. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Yai lai, yai lai, 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 yai lai, yai lai, 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 yai lai, yai lai, 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 yai lai, 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 yai lai, lai, yai lai, yai lai, 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 yai lai, yai lai, 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 yai lai, yai lai, 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 yai lai, 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 yai lai, lai. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase.
6:16.
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Ben Harav V'Yameinu, Yavo Ileinu, Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
Now we have one final thing for Eli to do, the Hamotzi. It's on page 605.
Or 606.
606.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
As you came in peace, may you go in peace. Please return our prayer books to Kirsty over there, minus the leaflet, and let's go celebrate, right? Mazel tov. Shavua tov. Shavua tov.
You're a little crooked here, Bug.
Ready? Pull this side a little bit, buddy. And then still be careful.
You gonna take this?